It's the kid again, the outsider kid. And I know I've been making videos for a while, but what do you know? Uh, I don't have many subscribers, so I kind of got unmotivated. But uh, I was talking to my brother like a few days ago. He said I should do videos, and I was like, I haven't been doing it in a while. He was like, keep doing them, and I was like, all right. So that kind of inspired me a little bit to make videos again. But well, also this inspired me to make a video. Saw Godzilla last night, the reboot, and I have to admit it was a pretty damn good movie. Um, yeah, I move around so much from freaking recording videos on my phone, so now I'll finally sit my ass down and stay still. Uh, yeah, it was a very good movie. When I first started seeing some of the movie, I was very worried that they were going to. I had a feeling they weren't going to stay true to the Japanese version, or they were not going to put in his abilities, his characteristics in the movie, because everyone who's a big fan of Godzilla knows that he can breathe fire and stuff like that. Well, and by the when I watched the whole entire movie, I was no more worries. Well, for those of you who have not seen the movie, if you and you don't want to know, if you don't want to you don't want to find out what happens, then don't watch this video. Well, I don't really want to tell anyone really what happens, so I guess I'll just do that. So, if you're looking to see the movie and you haven't seen it yet, then here's a little review of the movie. I'm not going to say everything that happened. I'm not going to say anything that happened. I'm just going to say that the movie, in my opinion, I think a lot of people will agree with me on this one. This movie was better than the original Godzilla, better than the 1998 version, which was, other than this movie, the only American version of Godzilla, and I believe also better than the original Godzilla. From not just the 1998, the Japanese version also. Um, yeah, epic movie. For those of you who have seen the latest trailer of Godzilla, you know that Godzilla fights two other monsters in the movie. So, you know. And me and my friends were also coming up with an idea. They should come out with a Godzilla versus King Kong movie in the future. That would be epic. I know there's a Japanese version of King Kong versus Godzilla, but that's a long time ago. It's outdated. They should come out with an American version. They should frickin' get with Peter Jackson, the guy who made the King Kong movie, the remake in 2005, and actually have a discussion with him for a King Kong versus Godzilla movie. It would be a really kind of like say like a fan dream movie. Like a lot of fans dream of this movie. It's not just me. Um, there are some people out there who are complaining about the Godzilla movie. I've seen the comments on Facebook on Godzilla's uh, official Facebook page of the movie. People are putting comments saying, the movie was mediocre and Godzilla's nothing like he used to be. Like, oh, this should have been Barney. Godzilla was too friendly. He didn't terrorize the people or anything. Seriously, you gotta understand that Godzilla, not every Japanese, even the Japanese versions, they had some movies of the Japanese versions that had him as the good guy, and some of them had him as the bad guy. King Kong versus Godzilla, that he was the bad guy in that one. Or let me say me using the term bad guy, I'll say the word villain. He was the villain in that movie, but they also had Godzilla versus, I think, Mecha Godzilla or some other movie, but there were a couple other versions they had where he was the good guy, so he wasn't always the bad guy. So I don't know why people are trying to come up with that lame argument. It's not even valid. And over the years, over the past few decades, um, Godzilla has transitioned back and forth from good guy to bad guy. The American version had him, the 1998 version had him as the bad guy. And some people didn't like the 1998 version because they felt that it just didn't stick true to the Japanese one. He's they had him seem too believable. Too like just not like they have him killed, and then they have a bunch of dozen of eggs of Godzillas at the end, and some people felt that was just what the heck. What the heck is that? You kill him off and then have a bunch of baby Godzillas come at the end when they should have just had him live or whatever. Well, he's the villain. You can't expect him to live. And also, I think people didn't like that one because Godzilla wasn't meant to be the bad guy. He was supposed to be the good guy. Hell, even the fucking video game, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, he was the good guy in that one too, in the video game. I think people really need to stop complaining. I mean, people have the right to have their own opinion whether they like the movie or not, but the comments that I've seen about this movie are just completely biased. They really are. I mean, you have the right to your own opinion, but not your own facts. As a great man once said. I give the movie a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that stops it from being a 10 is that the only thing I didn't like about the movie was that whenever Godzilla's fighting the two monsters, they don't show too much of the fight. They do show the fight later, but whenever you see the two monsters flying at him and he's like, he's about to go into it, they go back to the civilians and go back on their story. It's like there's two plots in the movie: the Godzilla's plot with the monsters, and also the civilians' plot. But I think they should have showed more of that fight right there. But it was still an epic movie. I did hear they're coming out with a sequel. They're coming out with a Godzilla 2. We're not sure if that's going to be even the name of the movie. They're probably going to have it as I don't know what the name is yet, but they're talking about having some more monsters in the Godzilla 2 movie. I think they should do Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla for the second one. This way, Godzilla will have more of a challenge, and he'll have more of a challenge, and it'll make people think, oh my god, is he gonna win or what? This movie had that too, but And also another point I want to make about Godzilla being a bad guy. If Godzilla was the bad guy in this movie, it would make it predictable. If he's the bad guy in this movie, then you have to think he's gonna die. That's how it was in the 1998 version. He was the bad guy, and they killed him at the end. Do you really want it to be like that in this one? This movie would feel more like a remake if they did that. It wouldn't feel like a reboot. I know a lot of you fans out there are not big. You're not really big on the reboots, remake movies. I don't care too much for a lot of them. There's some of them I like. I like Nightmare on Elm Street remake 2010 only because they didn't make them too funny and they made them more scary, more serious. I like that. King Kong remake from 2005, that was epic. I love that one. I like the Carrie remake they did last year. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. What else? Superman Returns, that's a sequel. I'm not going to talk about sequels. That'll be a completely different video. But right now, I'll talk about the remakes and reboots. Chucky, The Curse of Chucky from, I think it came out last year. Yeah, it came out last year. I bought that the first day it came out. I love that one. That's my second favorite Chucky movie, other than the first one, Child's Play. They had him back to being serious also, you know. And for those of you who want to see this movie and you have people buzzing your ear saying it's not good, don't listen to them. Go see it. It's good. It's not what people make it seem to be, where they try to make it seem like he's Barney. He's not that friendly. If you look him, Godzilla has never liked humans. But he does defend them against other monsters when he's the good guy. Yeah, when he's the good guy. And it's not like he's picking people up on his back and saving them and shit. No, he's not doing that like a dolphin or what the hell. I don't know why people are making these stupid assumptions. No, it's not like that. I mean, there's one part in the movie where I forget, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy who played in Kick-Ass, he goes in his face and growls at him. I mean, even though he doesn't harm him, he growls at him. That's not that friendly, if you think about it. So, yeah, I don't know why people are being too serious about this movie. But yeah, it was an epic movie. Go see it, guys. It's, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of good movies this year. I've seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, which will be another video I'll talk about. I haven't seen that many movies. I've seen Lego. That was very good. I saw Ride Along. I saw Grudge Match. But so far, I believe Godzilla is the movie of the year, hands down. I even top it over even Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was also an epic movie. I put Amazing Spider-Man 2 second movie of the year, but Godzilla tops it so far. So far, Godzilla. I'm on the Godzilla bandwagon. Well, I was on the Godzilla bandwagon when I was a kid. I loved Godzilla ever since. But I've been waiting 16 years for this movie. I think a lot of people who wanted to see this movie have been waiting 16 years for this movie to come out. Ever since they came out with the 1998 version, we're like, when are they gonna come out with a Godzilla 2? And they canceled it. And then you start hearing years and years, oh, they're gonna come out with a new one. I'm like, get out of here. And then 2008 was the rumors that I heard about Godzilla again, and I didn't really believe it too much. But then I looked on Wikipedia. I know some of you don't like Wikipedia because you guys think that it's not too good with info, but actually, Wiki's actually not that bad. It's not too much of a bad, reliable source. Think about it. I heard about it then, and I looked up the artwork of Godzilla, and it looked badass. I was very happy about it. And now, fast forward 2014, they come out with it, and I'm like, we're seeing that. Me and my friends are seeing that, and we all gathered together, like 10 of us, and we went to go see it. Got my money's worth. I think, in my opinion, it was worth the wait of 16 years. I like the way the movie played it out too, where they don't automatically show Godzilla. They have a slow pacing with the movie, and then later on in the movie they show Godzilla. Unlike the 1998 version, like the 1998 version didn't show him automatically, but they showed him a little quicker than they should have. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just go check out the movie. It's in theaters right now. I'm definitely buying the movie on DVD too. Next video, I'll be doing an Amazing Spider-Man 2 review. So go check that out. But in the meantime, I'm the Outsider Kid. Like, subscribe, share, do all that shit. And I'll see you next time on the outside. Peace.